to Too Many Hats podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle. Every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock Dead. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. Too Many Hats podcast. Top of the morning to you, my good people. Happy Monday morning. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It is your host with the most, Tony Mays, Lavelle Salter. What it do, my guy?
You got it, bro. How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. I hope y'all had an amazing weekend.
Good.
Yeah, hope y'all had an amazing weekend, man. We kicked it with the Alpha fraternity for that first Friday, man, and it was great. It was a good thing. Good look, man.
Yeah, you did.
Shout out to the Alphas, man, Daryl Lewis and 858 fraternity.
Mhm.
For their first Fridays, they said that was I think that was the fifth or sixth one that they had, and that was the most successful one, and that one they had the other day. So shout out to them, man. That was a good look. Everything was great. Nice vibe. If you don't have nothing to do, man, on first Fridays, go by uh what is it, 4722 Barton Avenue, the old library in Whitehaven behind Ike's. It's a beautiful spot, man. They renovated it, uh, and it looks nice. It looks really good. So shout out to them, man. Also shout out to man, shout out to my pastor, man. Pastor Sam Clark, man, who's been doing a fantastic job, man, leading us. And um, one of the things I like about, I miss me some Bartlett now, but one of the
Oh yeah.
things about Clark, man, is he's truly himself. You know,
hmm
sitting under Bartlett for 20 something years, you would, and there are things sayings now, because I think we all do that, have little sayings and stuff that Bartlett used to say. But in terms of him being truly himself and being not trying to be somebody else, bro, he is truly that. And it's just a blessing, man, on Sundays to be able to, I mean, because I don't even know what to expect on Sundays, man, because he gonna walk with it, he gonna talk with it, he gonna get done. Good morning, Zoe, and he gonna make it do what it do. So shout out to him, man. And I think you had a busy weekend too.
Yeah, bro. We had a great time. My god brother, Larry Neal, man. I connected with him through one of Don's co-workers. She no longer works there anymore, but they used to always talk about their husbands. And come
Mm.
to find out, he's a musician, and we knew all of the same people, man. And we connected, bro. And it's been a match made in heaven. He treats Fifi like you treat Fifi. She did all his photos for his birthday party, and man, I'm talking about when I say full house. I mean,
Full house.
he gave his state of address.
Okay,
He,
then.
he was up
State
there.
of stress.
He up there crying. Chris Patton was the MD for the bands. He had three singers. He had Jay Buck. He had Zy Davis and Courtney Little, our nephew, Courtney Little, man. And of course I DJ'd, and we had a good time, man.
Tell your neighbor, man. Tell somebody, whoever you brought, that I love your ugly
I love your ugly ass. He didn't do that Friday night. He
ass.
showed.
What?
At least I can't remember if he did.
Hey,
I was probably about
good
5
morning, Miss Gwen.
in, so
Well, yeah, man. Okay, then. Well, let's jump on back into this thing, man. We talked about this on Friday, man, and we had a very, very good discussion on Friday about this, because when it comes to 50-50 in relationships, I think people have truly lost they lost the true meaning of what that really mean. And I still have the video. Let me do that because I want to upload that video as well because I want to play that video.
I don't know nobody really never even knew the true meaning. This is my first time ever going in depth with it, as far as conversation and on the podcast, because I always thought it was something that just was stupid anyway, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the conversation was not necessarily silly, but I thought like kind of like people missing the true identity of, because see with me, I operate in the way this couple is talking about it. I'm getting ready to share. That's kind of way I operate. So Tony skipped everybody to the other two. A true hater. What? I said good morning, Mel, man.
He probably talking about Christian Steelers.
Man, girl, go on. Anywho. So there are truly some misconceptions about 50-50 in relationships. A lot of people identify 50-50 strictly with the financial resources or aspect of of what people kind of can bring to the table in terms of the finances. And then you got women out there that say, if I ain't doing 50-50 nothing, if a man can't pay for everything. And so they got the whole idea, that whole ideology about 50-50 in a relationship screwed up. So let's before we jump into the actual slides, let's listen to this preacher Keon. I can't think of his last name, but Keon, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Lazy love, I say 50-50 doesn't work. And it's not necessarily about keeping score. It's about that number is attached to effort and energy. Sometimes 50-50 doesn't work because I may be so depleted that I don't have my 50 to bring.
Sundays, you're bringing a deficit. Seriously though, on Sundays after church, I know not to come to you for anything on Sundays after church. And that's fine because I think I take pride and joy in catering to you and being that 110% because you're usually in the negative.
Yeah,
Are you laughing?
I am because we've never talked about this.
How can we get to 0-100? Like how we get out of negative,
Oh,
how we
like
get
get
to
to
20-80 or how we get to 30-70?
Oh.
What do I need to do?
Well, I don't think I want you to do anything on Sundays because I do know that you pour out so much that I am okay with that being my job on Sunday to take care of you because you have poured out on thousands of people, right? You've given your all, and I think you deserve to be in the deficit on Sundays. So I don't want you to do anything. I want you to lay down, get you something to eat, feed you, lay down, even though, even laying down, you go work out, you gotta decompress. And I love that for you.
Understood.
So your deficit is fine with me on Sunday.
At the end of the day, 100% of each other's needs should be the goal. And so if I come today with 30%, it is my wife's responsibility to find the other 70. It's also my responsibility to see when she doesn't have the 70 and find out how much I need to bring that day. I'm talking about effort. I'm talking about what you have to bring to the table to make sure that 100% of what needs to be done at the end of the day is done, and that I may on any particular day have to bear more than just 50%.
What he said.
Like when I tell you, I think the way he kind of put the 50-50 relationship is like the ideal way to just kind of describe how it should be in relationships. I mean, I don't know why we even attach a monetary value to it. Why we even throw a monetary value to the 50-50. But even in fact, if a man is paying 100% of the bills in the household, I mean, there still should be some effort and some other things that the woman does to kind of offset that if he's truly doing that. If she's saying, hey, if he's gonna go out here and work his butt off and provide and take care of all of the bills, I'm gonna be there in other ways to show up to take care of my 100% in other ways. But it's not even like that. They don't even look at it that way.
Right.
They just think if I show up, if I'm there, then that's enough for him. And that's absolutely not true.
We don't went international. I don't know what that language is, but yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. The true meaning of 50-50. All right. We went through a few of these Friday. It's not about splitting evenly, as Pastor Henderson just said. 50-50 is not a literal half and half equation, y'all. People have different capacities on different days and seasons. So expecting the exact same symmetry leads to disappointment. This is why you're disappointed in your relationship, because you're expecting the exact same symmetry from your partner in the relationship, and that's never going to be that way. So it's not a literal half and half equation. It's about the different capacities, the energy, the effort, and all that you bring on different days, different seasons. Because I ain't gonna have 100 or 110 every day. I'm
Right.
just not. And I thank God I got a wife that understands that. And what days I come in, I done worked all day, I done worked out, and I come in and I'm drained. She said, I got you, babe. Got you. Go in there and take you a hot shower. I'm preparing dinner. She bringing that other energy, that effort that I need
Right.
to make that to make that work for us in that relationship. Fairness, not equality. So we're talking about fairness, not equality. Fair is not equal. Contribution depends on the ability and context. Examples: one partner works longer hours, one handles more household tasks. I just kind of said that earlier. I kind of threw that out there. Think 100% teamwork and not 50% from each other. So you got to think as Lavelle always say, in marriages becoming one. You got to think as one. Not that, oh, I'm gonna go do my 50% of the day, and she better have her 50% for the day. What?
Right.
Or vice versa, And then so we're gonna get into the thing of communication, Lavelle, where communication is important. That I communicate to Monica that, hey baby, I'm not 100 today, I'm not 50 today, I'm not 30, or I'm not my best today. So she knows that, hey, I got you. Don't worry about it. You mentioned on Friday how, like, during the COVID time, you just kind of felt like you didn't necessarily say less than, but you kind of alluded to that, and the fact that, hey, I can't really bring nothing financially to the table, but there were other things that you could do to make up while Dunn was still going to work or having to clock in and get on the computer. You said, hey, let me go out here and make sure this yard get cut. Let me go out here and make sure, I go out here and cook this breakfast, this dinner, this lunch, or whatever. So she got some lunch. You made up in other areas. You didn't just sit back and say, woe is me.
Right.
And then Don reassured you that we good. Keep doing what you doing. We good.
Right.
So you have to have that too, that communication and that partnership, that oneness, so that you can get through when there are tough times, or one is, as Pastor Keon was, Henderson was depleted. She said he was a deficit on Sundays. He bring nothing to the table.
Yeah.
But openly discuss the needs. There you go. Openly discuss the needs, limits, expectations, and your bandwidth. Man, that's important. Call out assumptions and hidden resentments before they build. You want to make sure that you put away, or at least put to rest, any assumptions that you may have about what's going on within the relationship, or why a person is not giving they all, or whatever, or any resentments that you have, because they can build into something else and actually create opportunity in that area of the gap, and create a bigger gap. And that's what you don't want. You don't want the gap widening. If there's already an issue and there's a gap starting, you don't want that gap to get bigger, because that's when stuff starts to happen in that gap. Use regular check-ins to recalibrate responsibilities. Monica said, normalize knowing that it's okay. Normalize that it's okay to not be good every day. It's okay to not be okay. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Role negotiation. Define the roles intentionally based on strengths and preferences, right? Negotiate rather than assume traditional social roles. So sometimes we feel like, okay, she the wife, she just some traditional roles, she just all the play. Well, let's talk about that, because if I got a wife that can't cook and I can cook, I don't think I want her doing the cooking.
Right.
I'm gonna cook. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that don't make me less of a man because my wife don't cook and I do all the cooking.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I've seen situations where men are not handed with tools and women can go out there and build everything. Matter of
Yep.
fact, I've been seeing more and more of that on social media. Women that I saw a woman build a whole nice bedroom suite for her kids.
Mm-hmm.
Built it into the wall with a stair to walk up and down, painted it, hook lights, everything. And I'm sitting there
Mm-hmm.
saying, it looked like, man, some professional person came in and did it. And it was a little DIY. So no man involved. She did. Cut the
Mm-hmm.
wood, put the wood up. And I know how difficult it is to cut pieces of wood straight if you don't have the right tools or you just don't know what you're doing.
Well, you know
And for
that old traditional mindset from back in the day that the woman is supposed to be like on Good Times, in the kitchen,
barefooted pregnant.
barefoot and naked. I mean,
Yeah,
barefoot and pregnant.
yeah. That's a traditional type of mentality. And if you guys have discussed that's gonna be the role in the relationship, then that's what it is. If y'all discuss that and you both agree on it. Good
Yeah,
morning.
I think for the most part, we just assume that some of those, I guess roles as it pertains to like cleaning the house and in the kitchen, we just assume that that's what the woman's supposed to do. That ain't necessarily the case.
Well, that because those are traditional social roles. That's how it was traditionally back in the day when my grandmama came. But what grandmama did, grandmama took care of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Grandmama did all the cleaning, the cooking, made sure the kids were straight, and granddaddy went out there and worked. Well,
Mm-hmm.
we've already seen how those roles have reversed in modern day society. Now the woman works as well. She goes out there, the man cooks, the man cleans, the man. There are stay-at-home dads, and the wife go out and do the work.
Yep.
So there is nothing wrong with it if you discuss the roles and you guys are okay with the roles.
Mm-hmm.
Create flexible agreements that can shift when needed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Monica
Mm-hmm.
said, when things seem off, as they sometimes will, ask questions. Don't just assume you know how the other person is feeling. Communicate.
Yep.
That's what we talked about earlier. What we talked about calling out the assumptions or hidden resentments for before they build. You want to have
Mm-hmm.
them check-ins to make sure, recalibrate, make sure that we good.
Mm-hmm.
Mutual responsibility. Both partners share responsibility for relationship health, shared accountability for communication, conflict resolution, and growth. You want to make sure that we both understand how to resolve conflict. We both understand the accountability for the communication, that we both gonna communicate and we're gonna communicate properly.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna avoid playing the blame game, and we
Mm-hmm.
just gonna focus on how we can make the adjustments together. We're not gonna just sit there and, well, you did that, you did that, well, you did that. No, we're gonna focus on what we can do to how we need to make the adjustments to move further in the relationship.
Yeah. So I think it's just a danger in selfishness because regardless of what the situation is or what y'all may be going through, both parties are suffering somewhat, whether they want to or not.
Mhm.
Unknowingly, so some suffering and some sacrifice is going to be rendered. But
Right.
I think a lot of times we think so much, and I have been guilty. We think so much, about ourselves in this situation. Like, hey, I'm in need of this, but if that person hadn't been given it, whatever that is, attention or whatever the case may be, they're suffering as well. It's a reason why they're not giving what you're lacking in.
And that's why you got to communicate. You got
Mm-hmm.
to communicate, because if not, that right there, what you just described, gonna turn into, well, you did this, well, you did that, well, you did that, well, you did now.
Right. Right.
You're playing the blame game.
Mm-hmm.
preventing one-side dynamics. We don't want no one-sided dynamics.
Just
So
saying.
you're gonna watch for emotional labor stacking on one partner. Monica just said, when things seem off, as they sometimes will,
Mm-hmm.
ask questions.
Right.
Don't just assume you know how the other person is feeling. Communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Watch for emotional labor stacking. Like when I see that from an emotional standpoint, like it's heavy on her. Hey, what's going on? You good?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because she's feeling like she's doing 70, 30, 90, 10, 80, 20 all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute now. I understand we trying to make it, we trying to get to 100 because 99 and a half won't do it, as Philly said the other day. We trying to get to 100. But I shouldn't be doing the 70, the 80, the 90, the 75. I shouldn't be doing the book all the time.
But watch this, man. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I don't know, what do you call the device when you're at the hospital? They got you hooked up and the thing going up and down, and then if you pass unalive, it flatlines, right?
Mhm.
You watching the screen, you watching your health.
Audiogram, I guess. I
Yeah,
guess.
but
Audio.
if you notice the patterns, it never stays in one area. It goes down, up, down, up, down. The danger is when it stay flat. Ain't no life in it. And so we ought to expect those ups and downs. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be the 7 and 30. It's
Hey,
gonna
that's
be
good, boy. You do good. You do good.
hey, if ain't no type of activity, then that's a problem. It's
The,
always gonna be some
the
activity.
relationship is flatline.
Don't let it flatline up.
Don't
That's the
let it
problem.
flatline. That you do good. You do good. um, Marcus said the bottom line is communicate and do what works best in your relationship. What works
Mhm.
best for some may not work for others.
Right.
Learn, grow, and know your partner. Rodney
Mhm.
said, I'm good with traditional gender roles, but I'm not opposed to an audible if we need to change something.
I
Absolutely.
like that. I like that.
Look,
I like that
look,
terminology. Audible. That's
look,
good.
look at it right here. Create flexible agreements that can shift when needed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, sir.
even if you say, hey, we good with the traditional social roles, you play the wife role, I'm play the husband role, I'm cool with that. But hey, we're gonna create some flexibility. Hey, some days I might come in and cook. Some days you may run up to the, whatever. So you got to create some flexibility in that.
Yeah.
So we want to prevent that one-sided dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want the other person harboring resentment because they're doing all of the emotional work in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Encourage shared planning where y'all sit down and plan together, share the planning, the initiating, and problem solving. When you do this together,
Right.
you know, if just because he the man don't mean he's supposed to sit there and make all that. Sit down, hey, shit, sit down with me and help me make this decision. Make
Mm-hmm.
me. There might be some things that you think of that I might not think of in this
Correct.
instance.
Mm-hmm.
I keep telling you all the time, shoot, I seek my wife. My wife is wise counsel.
I'm gonna tell you one of the most beautiful things when you're in a relationship that happens sometimes is when your spouse is able to complete your sentence. You get ready to say something, and before you said it, they said it. They like me and something happened to me and done this the other day, and I was getting ready to say something, or do something with the kids, or do something, and I said it before she said it, and she said, "We married for real."
Yeah. It's because it's the same wavelength, the same bandwidth.
Bandwidth, yeah.
That's the thing. Said the same bandwidth. Where
Mm,
you guys have been around each other. You guys' energy and synergy is so much. You're so connected to the point where I can finish your sentences. I can almost complete your thoughts because I'm
mm-hmm.
around you. I understand you. I know you. When
Right.
Monica mentioned earlier about knowing your partner, getting to know them, then you know when that person is off. You know when something is not right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dynamic balance.
Mm-hmm.
Daily effort, daily effort in relationships is gonna vary. It is gonna vary. It's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be the same, y'all.
Right.
I don't care what you say. It's just not gonna be the same. When you
Um,
have, if I'm able to give 100% every day,
mm-hmm.
Boy, I'm wired like the Energizer Bunny, bro. It's
That's
just
interesting. It's even called a hard monitor, but we'll come back to that. Boy, that's gonna be never mind.
it's whew. If I'm giving 100% every day, all year, every season, yeah, bro, I'm cut different.
Yeah, real different.
I got a little Jesus Junior in me or something. But nobody's like that, bro. You're not
Yeah.
gonna get a 100% effort from somebody every day,
Mm-hmm.
even if they paying 100% of the finances, paying 100% of the bills. That still ain't 100% of the effort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So there are some other areas that you got to fill in the gap too, other than the
Right.
finance.
Mm-hmm.
So daily effort varies. Sometimes it may be 80-20, sometimes 60-40. Long-term goal. Both partners stay committed and present.
Present.
We're present again.
Mm-hmm.
You not only being committed in the relationship, because you can be committed and say, he don't cheat, he don't cheat, but they just as distant in the house as anybody else. It's like they ain't even married. Because they ain't present.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't doing nothing. We there, but when I'm at the house, I'm in the other room playing on my cell phone, doing something. She back in the back. We don't talk. We don't communicate. She go in there and cook. I go in there and fix me a plate later, and we just existing in the house together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how that works, but I do know that I think this is what happened to back in the day when we said how the parents they started sleeping in different beds in different rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of what happened. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they were sucked in those traditional roles, and they felt like, hey, I'm married, we in it now, so we got the kid, and we just stayed in there to, you know, she slept in the other room, he slept in the room, they had their own rooms, and that's just coexisting.
Mm-hmm.
That's not being present.
Right.
Just balance across life seasons. See, there are gonna be times, especially if you're a couple, neither one of you have kids, anything, you decide, oh, let's have some children.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to make some adjustments now. You
Oh
got
yeah.
children involved, or if there's an illness. What if somebody has a major illness?
Mm-hmm.
You know, life has to be adjusted. What if my career is different? My career change. I'm a doctor. So now I'm a doctor. I was just, a student. Now I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
I got to make some adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make some adjustments in the relationship so it balances out all across the efforts. The efforts
Mm-hmm.
balance out. And I think when you're talking about dynamic balance, this is another area where we just kind of fall off. Our
Mm-hmm.
expectations of our partners is just unreal.
Right.
And when you have unrealistic expectations in relationships, then you have disappointment. You have
Mm-hmm.
disappointment, you have gap issues. You have gap issues, you have, okay, it's time for a divorce.
Hmm.
So, in one sentence, the 50-50 conversation is about creating an equitable, supportive, and balanced relationship, not a perfectly equal one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I hope y'all sharing this, man. I hope y'all sharing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it 50-50 conversations, all of this should be the conversation in 50-50. If your 50-50 is talking about y'all, what y'all financially bringing to the table, y'all talking about the wrong issue.
Mm-hmm.
I know this may not be for everybody. I don't understand why. If you're married, I don't understand. Me personally. And y'all see across the bottom what it says, disclaimer, The views and the opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views of positions of any entity. This is my view. If you are married, if you're married,
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the two separate bank accounts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that you got your bank account over here, I got my bank account over here. I don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense to me because we're married. If we're one, we're trying to become one. Why all that money can't go on one account?
Mm-hmm.
Just pay bills with it,
Right.
and then whatever we need out of it. Hey, I'm going to get $100 out the bank. Okay, let me write it in the book.
Only
We
reason why I got separate accounts is because of business accounts.
talk
That's
about
it.
it.
I said the only reason
Yeah,
I got separate accounts is because of business accounts. That's it.
that's different. We
Yeah.
talking about personal account. Why would a married couple need two checking accounts?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, two separate checking accounts. Not that they got, because I mean, they might say we don't want to put all our money in one account, and we got two accounts. We got an account over here, we got an account over here. So some go up, we got another account over here. I ain't talking about
Right.
that. I'm talking about you got your own account here, they got their own account over here, and then you say, okay, you pay the utility bill and the cable bill and this, and I'm gonna pay the mortgage and the light bill. No,
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense. If anybody can explain to me how that makes sense, and you married,
Mm-hmm.
unless you don't trust your mate, you don't plan on being in the relationship or marriage long. I mean, that's what it means to me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got trust issues.
Right.
It's just what it means to me. Or
Mm-hmm.
somebody's too controlling. I want to control my own money. You control your own money. That's what
No.
it means to me. These are my views, my opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand. But the 50-50 conversation is about creating an equitable, supportive, and balanced relationship. Not a perfectly equal one, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't what it is about. Whew.
Mm.
I lose some people now. Dating versus marriage. How 50-50 looks different.
Mm.
So if you're dating, I don't date. I'm not dating. But in dating, more negotiation, testing compatibility, informal role patterns. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all haven't arrived there yet. Y'all trying to figure out if this is the person that I'm going there with.
Mm-hmm.
So there's gonna be a little bit more negotiation. Testing compatibility, where you're trying to figure out how compatible we really are. And then
Right.
maybe informal roles, some of the role patterns that normally it's kind of informal because she haven't just really taken on that wife role, or he haven't taken on the husband because it's we ain't there yet, right?
Right.
Phyllis says it's weird when we were separated, we still shared the same account. I mean,
Creatures of habit.
Rodney said my account stayed separate. We each had different savings and spending habits. And so you gotta have two accounts because we both have different spending habits. You just added that makes no sense to me.
Well, I mean, I mean, like you say,
That makes no sense to me.
well, I mean, we had to go back to the other slide. You know, if that's what they negotiated on and it worked for them, I mean, it worked for them.
I said it makes no sense to me.
Right. I'm just saying, I'm just bringing it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me because I don't care. We do have separate, different spending habits. So what? My wife spends this. She tells me. I write it in the book. I spend this. Hey, I spent 100. Write it in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we agree on savings. We're gonna put $50 in the savings account, $100 a month in the savings, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
and we just put that in there.
and there has to be some compromise. You have to get the ego out the way as well. So
Yeah,
I mean, you just
okay. Thank you. I ain't say it. Thank you. I ain't say it. I just said there's a lot of selfishness going on.
right.
Marriage, long term, more embedded systems, finances, chores, and law.
Hmm.
With relationship, long term relationships need explicit habits and rituals to keep balance.
Right.
So with marriage, long term, you have more embedded systems. You got the finances, because we've already had to talk about the finances. We've already had to talk about chores and how far we're going to allow the in-laws to infiltrate our relationship. We've already had all these, and we're working in this. And now with long-term relationships, we're trying to develop these habits and rituals to keep balance, to see what works and what does not work for us.
Right.
So that's the difference in that. The biggest misconceptions about 50-50. 50-50 means equal time and effort every day. The misconception, fairness is purely financial. See, this is where all the 50-50 conversations end up right here. Purely
Right.
financial. Like they stay right there. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't move from that. They just stay there. Boom. The reality. The misconception is fairness is purely financial. Like it's based purely on financial, like the fairness of 50-50 in a relationship. But the reality of it is there is some emotional labor, there's planning, and unseen work that matters too.
And the thing about it is, and one of the words that I haven't seen in the slide since we've been here since Friday is love. But it's showing love, but not saying it, because at the end of the day, in any relationship, what it's going to take is some work, like I said, some emotional labor, and you work when you invest in something, and you're putting time and effort into it. You're going to grow to love each other, and it's going to actually show.
But
Love don't necessarily mean it's going to just happen like that.
but I wouldn't even. So when you talk about the reality of the 50-50 concept,
Mm-hmm.
the real reality, not the financial, the purely financial aspect, when you talk about the reality of it, I wouldn't even go through some of the things and have the talks, the communication, if I ain't love you. And man, we just going through the motions. We ain't even having these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having these conversations and talking with you because I do love you and I
Right.
want us to be together.
And
So
because I
that's why
love
you
you,
don't
I
see.
love you, I love you, and that's the reason why I'm putting in the work.
Right,
Right.
exactly. But that's why
Mm-hmm.
you don't see the mention of love in this conversation, because if we at this point when we talking about what works and the effort that we're putting in, the daily effort and the emotional balance and all that stuff, if we talking about that in the bandwidth and shit, we passed the love stage.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
ain't nobody doing this because they in lust. You
Yeah.
ain't doing this because you just like a piece of tail,
Mm-hmm.
or you feel like he throw it to you good.
Right.
You're not going through all this.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just don't know no other way to put that.
Right.
If that's too graphic, I'm sorry. I just don't know no other way to put it.
Right.
Monica says, become one with your partner. Example. I love it when I'm thinking about pizza, and a few minutes later, Tony say, "What do you think about ordering pizza tonight?" Boy, get out of my darn thoughts. Now it does get a little creepy when I'm thinking pizza, and all I see is pizza on my F-book timeline, and every commercial is pizza. Yeah, that's a little weird too. Rodney said, and we're not going to be in the hole because she went overboard or forgot to tell me she got B-in-law a birthday gift. I may want to have 30K cash vacation instead of credit card paid vacations. It is what it is. If you can't understand, that's on you, sir. Some people can't see or plan for the future long term or agree on how to get there. Yeah, I don't understand it, bro. That's to me, that's still that's selfishness on both ends. That's a conversation that's supposed to be had.
Yeah. And again, I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
that's
these are my views and my thoughts. Now you
right.
operate how you want to operate, and if that
Yeah.
works for you. But
Because
I just don't see it. If you married and y'all trust each other and y'all, I don't understand it.
yeah. And I mean, and when you really think about it, just what you just literally posted there, that's the main reason. Probably 75 to 65%. That's the main reason why a lot of people are not married anymore because of their thought process. And it's
Mm-hmm.
in anything, regardless of whether it's the bank account or sharing,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, the bills earlier. When that thought process seems like it's just, this is where I think it's gonna be a problem.
I've been married 33 years. Hell, it's working for me.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
yeah.
And I know a lot of people that have that same thought process like he had that are no longer married.
Hmm.
So they couldn't even agree on we want to put money back. I want to spend the money. Well, they unequally yoked.
And I'll be totally transparent with you. I did have an opportunity, and hopefully Don don't mind me sharing this. I had an opportunity because she can't literally just see everything that comes. She can't see what comes into my business account. So one day I just shared with her that I thought how well I was doing in the business, and for some reason she got a little perturbed because it seemed as if like I was keeping something from her and or not sharing everything with her, and that's what I was doing. And I thought, maybe she was gonna be, excited and happy with me, and it was different because it seemed like maybe I was not, maybe didn't share it early enough or whatever the case may be. But she came back and we talked about it and we apologized. But I can. That's where the communication piece come in at. And then if you want your relationship to be healthy, you just gotta have those talks and conversations.
Man, even with my business account, Monica is on my business account.
But I can't, well, for whatever reason, I can't put her on the account.
Uh, Monica is on my business account. She got a debit card for my business account, and if I say she can go to the bank and say, "Hey, here's my debit card. I need to know what's the balance in the account." I
Mhm.
mean, it ain't nothing that we hide from each other. Like, yeah, there you go, Phyllis. There you go. Now, some people are just not willing to compromise. But at least when you share this opportunity, now what did you learn from that, Nevaeh, when you shared that opportunity?
I need to be more what's the word I'm looking for?
Transparent about what's going
Transparent.
on with your
Yeah.
business.
Well, that's another word I was looking for. Not
Because
necessarily.
because think about this. Lavelle, God forbid, goes out and something happened to Lavelle tomorrow. She can't even access your account. She don't know nothing what's going on. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
So if nothing else, I'd have been like, I need to figure out how I can make it where she knows she can, because if something happens to Lavelle, again, God forbid something happens. If something happens, then what she can't date you, your name ain't on the account. You can't,
Hold on, what's the other one?
you know. So everything I do, bro, I do in terms of making it where my wife can access whatever it is if it goes down that way. I just don't want her in a situation where she's struggling trying to figure out I ain't know no passwords. I ain't know this. I ain't have no car. I ain't have access to it. Because I've seen it happen so many times in people relationships, and something happened to the person and they come, I don't even know how to access. I can't access it. I don't have just don't know, don't have no information because they was over here keeping all this stuff separate and not sharing. Finances can be the number one cause of divorce. Divided finances definitely can be a separator. Conversation was had, and I'm almost out of debt.
Hmm.
If it works for you, brother,
Hey, it is what it is.
yeah. If you married now and that has worked for you,
Yeah.
hey,
If they say
uh,
what make you fall, don't make me ish.
how to start the 50-50 conversation, step by step. This how you start. They giving you a step by step of how to start the 50-50 conversation. Ms. Gwen says people bring their past experiences and trauma into relationships, and they operate only from what they know until they are willing to learn and do different.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Mm. Well, well, well. Well. So pick a calm moment, not in the middle of an argument,
hmm
and start to use I statements. I feel, when, and I need describe specific patterns, not personality. Lately, I've been handling XYZ. Ask about their capacity and needs. Hey, just tell me, like, on a daily, what how, what can you do? What can you bring? From an effort standpoint, from an emotional need standpoint, what do you need from me? What do you need? If you look at this, he okay. Let me just play this again.
Crazy love, I say 50-50 doesn't
And I'm gonna
work.
stop it
And it's
after that.
not necessarily about keeping score. It's about that number is attached to effort and energy. Sometimes 50-50 doesn't work because I may be so depleted that I don't have my 50 to bring.
Sundays, you're bringing a deficit. Seriously though, on Sundays after church, I know not to come to you for anything on Sundays after church, and that's fine because I think I take pride and joy in catering to you and being that 110% because you're usually in the negative.
Are you laughing?
I am, because we've never talked about this.
How can we get to 0-100? Like how we get out of negative,
Oh,
how we
and
get to
get to
20-80, or how we get to
See,
30-70?
Oh,
What do I need to do?
that's the question.
hmm
When you're checking in and you're talking about people's capacities and what they need, he said, hey, how do we get there? How do we get 30, 70, 20, 80? Because I don't want to be a zero on Sundays. Even though I understand what you're saying, I don't want to be zero.
Right.
I want to not pour into you or pour
hmm
back into you. So what do you need from me? How do we get there? And she says, hey, look, no, I'm good with Sundays because I understand you pour out so much of yourself into the congregation on Sundays. And I'm good with that. I just want you to be cool, relaxed, decompress, all that stuff.
hmm
But don't say, I'm cool with that on Sundays. And then all of a sudden, every Sunday you mad,
Right.
you know. And I honestly believe she meant what she said. She said, no, I'm good. I think, I understand what you do and I'm good with it, and that's why I let you do what you do. I get your meal, prepare your feed. I just want to feed you. You lay down and rejuvenate, get yourself back together, recalibrate.
hmm
So ask about their capacity and needs.
hmm
Co-create concrete adjustments. Who does what, when, and where. Like, who do it?
Right.
Let's create some concrete adjustments. So we'll make sure that no needs are being unmet.
Right.
Set a follow-up or check-in. And I wouldn't even put a 2 weeks on it. I know they probably putting a 2 week, a week, or month, but I would say regularly check in. You good, babe? Hey, what you need from me? I
Oh, this is most definitely not a. This is definitely not a destination. This is a journey.
Yeah, I hear people say that a
hmm
lot. It's more older couples coming at you. What you need? You need anything from me, babe? Not
hmm
good. You just sit there.
Yeah.
Ms. Gwen said in most cases, one is stronger than their partner in a particular areas. It requires trust and maturity to get beyond the 50-50 mentality and agreeing to move on what's best, regardless of who is doing or initiating it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this may be on the subject, but off the subject. This debunks the whole scenario when people have been in bad relationships, or they holding and harboring stuff. I don't want to hear that talking about I don't need nobody. You can kiss my ass with
Yeah, bro.
that. You can go ahead and jump off the highest, person never
Man,
jumped.
when I hear people say that, I cringe attack. I'm like,
Because
you got to be
if you
somebody.
doing all this by yourself and you trying to obtain things and stuff like that, I
Who
know
you sharing the emotional?
yes, how you get that
Man,
off
come
you?
on. Now, I do understand that for a season you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
For a season, while you're getting your life or loving on yourself, it's cool. But at some point, you're gonna say, "Hey, I need to share this love I got with somebody else."
It's meant to be like that. That's
Yeah.
the
If,
scripture
if
said
it
it was not
wasn't, God would
good
have
for
never
man
said
to
it
be
is
alone.
not good for man to be alone.
And that wasn't talking about the man in the general. That was talking about humanity. Period. With the
Yeah,
woman
it
or
is
the
not
man.
good for man to be alone.
Ooh.
He saw Adam just kicking rocks through the Garden of Eden, just walking, just sharing, just kicking.
No, dog.
He said, "Man, Adam looked lonely."
He ain't good. He ain't good.
It
He
ain't
ain't
good
good
for
for
him to be
nobody. He ain't
alone.
even good for himself. Shit. Uh-oh.
People do what works best for them, but be honest. Are your ways really working? Or are you just demanding your ways on your partner without any compromise? I mean,
Uh-oh.
Phyllis already said earlier
Uh-oh.
that there's no compromise.
Uh-oh.
You want what you want, and it's that or no way. So, okay, I want what I want, you want what you want, and you just keep your account, I keep my account, or you keep your whatever where I keep my. I've seen people do that with houses, get married and say, nah, I want my house. Oh, I'm gonna keep my house over there. You keep your house, and then we just connect. I come over, spend the night. I know it happens because my daddy did. I watched him do it, and it did not work. It did not work because I'm too selfish to sell my house. I don't sell my house. I'm too selfish to sell my house. I don't sell my house. That's why you both should sell your house and then go buy a house that y'all both agree on.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're gonna use it for
Or say, hey, we're gonna rent
income.
them 2 houses out
Yeah.
and make some money off of it.
Right.
Make them pay for our new house.
Mm-hmm. It's just like when we get married, my dad offered our home house, and I asked, Don, did she want to live in it? He said, no, I want us to have a house together. You know that house. You lived in that house. That wouldn't be fair to me.
Right.
Some people do it, and I just
Yeah.
said, okay, no problem. And honestly, I think it was the best thing to do, honestly.
Right. I mean, if we agree that, hey, we're gonna sell your house and we're gonna live in this house,
Mm-hmm.
or we're gonna rent that house, whatever. If we agree on it, I'm cool with it. But if we both call you familiar with this, and you be hollering this my stuff, and then you be able to holler this my stuff. Well, let's get rid of both houses and get one that we're gonna say is ours.
Hey, Clarence, y'all owe some money to for this marriage counseling y'all getting for free.
Right. Exactly.
Cause y'all
Monica said,
about about 4 months finna get ready to do the thing. So
yeah, about 4 months. In the Monica world, everything would go the way I want it, but in the real world, there will be shifting and compromise. She sure will. And it's the same here. I know that there has to be compromise. So sometimes, shit, I be want to, and I get what Rodney said earlier, where his make me want to spend, because I'm that. I see, I buy.
mm-hmm.
Is a babe, we don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. And I had to learn myself not to just kind of sit back and wait a little bit. Sometimes that thing you might work, wait till it go on sale, and then you can get it for half the cost, a
Yeah.
little or nothing.
I would have to personally say this, and I think I said it on a podcast once before about you and Monica marriage. I'm thankful for being on the outside looking in to see what you all have accomplished. And it being that I worked with you for as long as I did, I understood some of your ways, and I know from once that you ain't nowhere the Tony you used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You still working on that person as well. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, me understanding and knowing that dynamic, oh man, Doc, you man, you ain't nowhere, you ain't what you used to be.
Oh yeah. And if I was, shit, I mean, I ain't grew none.
Man, what?
Clarence said compromise is necessary. Gwen said saying I don't need nobody most often translate to I don't need the stress, drama, unhealthy actions and weight that has plagued their past. Clarence said y'all just gonna be able to watch the fruits of y'all labor, man. Don't do me like that.
I'm just talking crazy, Doc.
That or the person saying it is self-centered or not ready to be in a relationship with anyone.
But sometimes you gotta have some sort of acceptance because okay, again, something is gonna come with somebody. I don't care what it is, whether it's
It's gonna be a part 3.
Yeah,
This gonna be a part 3.
hey, it is what it is. Sometimes it take that. It's just one of those things that you're gonna have to, because life be lifing and things happen within life. When you get with that person, they're in a particular season. Their mother may just have passed. You don't never know what intersection you're gonna be on when you get with different individuals, and
Right.
then their trajectory is gonna change throughout life. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. It's gonna always be some sort of compromise, and you have to be there and all this stuff. So something gonna come with somebody. Period. And if you can't understand it, then that's something wrong with you.
That's why I wholeheartedly agree with this whole slide presentation.
Mhm.
And you just said it debunks that whole ideology of I don't need nobody.
Mhm.
Not only that, but when you think about everything that when you having the realness of the 50-50 conversation, and not just like the financial aspects of it, but the realness of it, when you're having this conversation, man, it just opens so many eyes in terms of, especially for me and for other people. It can, if you're having a real conversation, if you're having this conversation instead of the other one, man, you start to understand, man, that, man, in relationships, bro, it's a when they say partnership, bro,
Yeah, that's what it is.
it's a real live partnership.
Mhm.
A real live partnership. Joseph says, Tony, did y'all ever have a relapse, and how did y'all get over those? Absolutely. So probably several. Especially early on in our, now, even now, we might have a little disagreement or whatever, but I mean, it's nothing like the ones we used to have back when we were younger. But even back then, I think the love that we have for each other overpowered whatever situation we were going through at that time.
Mhm.
And I think, and the ability to just be able to talk through it at that time,
Mhm.
even if we didn't even really know what to say to each other.
Right.
Being so young and not having experienced that, you may not have known what to say, but
Mhm.
but just asking for some grace and understanding, praying through it and saying, hey, I know I ain't perfect.
Mhm.
I made a mistake,
Right.
and the other person saying, or at least, giving you the impression that they forgive you in that instance and moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we got through those.
Mhm.
Now we don't have like no relapses. Now we have disagreements, and I mean, but that's anybody. I mean, I think if you're in a relationship, you're not having some kind of disagreement here or there. Sometimes we disagree about what we want to eat.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, you said, well, you did it. And then they didn't know. Give me some. Babe, what you get? I got the. We back. Whereas back in the day, let me just say this: back in the day when we would have a spat or whatever argument, we would go a day or two, kind of, you know, not really saying, and then we start back talking. Now we say something 30 minutes later, we back talking like nothing ever,
Mm-hmm.
like nothing ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have a what they say on the football field when them quarterbacks have a throw an interception. Man, you gotta be able to forget that stuff and move on.
Yeah.
Monica said, "Don't do too much on little brother. No, for real. Thankful for these conversations are being had. Hopefully, they are reaching and helping." She said, "At Joseph, yeah, we did. We were young and dumb. Now I can't think of the last real argument we had. Learning, growing, and knowing your spouse is important."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need a part 3 because I think we've said enough, but we've put enough out in this, and we're gonna save the tea for tomorrow. But
Okay.
we put enough in this, and these really are just examples and stuff anyway. But
Mm-hmm.
what I do want to talk about this one, the common pitfalls and how to avoid them. Vague agreements, make them specific. Who, when, how. One-off fixes. There's no one-off fix for every situation.
Mm-mm.
It's just not.
Mm-hmm.
Using past grudges in negotiations. That's horrible. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Stick to present behaviors and don't use past grudges in negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen said, right, Lavelle, and because life be life and roles responsibilities sometimes have to be adjusted. Doing it on my own is exhausting and not as fulfilling. Yeah. Monica says, allow grace. Clarence said, you help me every day, so I appreciate the show.
All love, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, man, I hope, and if you guys want a copy of the presentation, just to kind of go over it, or either just maybe for talking points, if you decide you want to get into a 50-50 type conversation, you know, want to use it to back up maybe some conversation that you're having and somebody's having a 50-50 conversation, I'll just, you know, send me your email, inbox me your email address, and I'll be happy to send it to you. Any of the shows that we have where we have a PowerPoint presentation, if you wanted it, I mean, we'll be more than happy to send it to you. We don't have any problem with that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So hopefully you guys these last couple of days, Friday and Monday today, that you guys have gotten something out of this that can help you within your relationship if you're struggling in that area of 50-50 and understanding what 50-50, or just to be able to navigate through some conversations that people are having in your presence about 50-50. And if you don't, you know, because people can have the conversation just out of ignorance, and ignorance just means you just don't know.
Right.
You know, so when somebody call you ignorant because you truly don't know something, we get offended too quick for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if they're saying you're ignorant because you just don't know, or they're just trying to shoot a shot at you and call you ignorant, that's two different things. But ignorance is just you just don't know.
Yep. Big word for don't know.
So, you know, educate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of what we do, these shows that we have on a daily basis, I'm educating myself. I'm learning more and more through these shows.
Yeah.
And it's because of you guys throwing me these topics. Like Phyllis threw this particular topic to me by way of a video, Pastor Henderson's video. And so when we have these conversations, it helps me because these are not a lot of the conversations we have on the show are not conversations that we truly have every day, and we don't have all these conversations. Some of the conversations we have and some we don't.
Mm-hmm.
But when we have these conversations that we don't usually have, they help me.
Mm.
You know, and
We got a vote coming. We need to vote on part 3, Doc. Somebody, the wife has spoken.
I mean, if y'all want a part 3, we can. But y'all got to tell me, because I think we've hit on it enough. And I think it is a very hot topic right now because there's so much 50-50 conversations being had. But I think we've shared enough in the last couple of days to move on to something else. But if y'all put it in the comments if y'all want a part 3.
Yeah. Majority rules. And then too, I think what happens, bro, it's kind of like how we, a lot of people when they do maintenance on their car, some people wait till the light come on and then go service it. Don't wait till the light come on and go
We
try
got
to
2 part 3s.
Huh?
We got 2 part 3s, Monica and Miss Gwen.
Okay.
We'll see. Throw it in the comments, part 3, if you want the part. And I think it'd be good if we could add. Can we do is it possible to do a panel on here? Can I get 3 people that'll be willing to come on? I know Miss Gwen would. I don't know Clarence. He might have to work tomorrow. I have acquired a very good understanding of the definition of 50-50 watching and going back and watching his podcast and watching this one. I mean, but it's on your way. But it's on your way, whatever.
Mm. I'm good either way. It don't make me no difference. It's healthy.
Yeah, it's definitely healthy. And if we can get, I would like to have maybe 2-3 other people on with us.
Yeah, that would help the conversation.
Have a part 3. That way we can really talk about more of, a lot of self, what to say, what not to say. Yeah, we can, and then maybe even, and I don't want it to be Monica, because Monica says a lot in this, but just some different perspectives. Because Monica will be ready to come on.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, let me know if y'all want to come on. We'll do a part 3 if you want to come on, but I need to know this because I don't want to wait till last minute to try to figure out if we're doing a part 3, because I had to come up with my next topic. So I need to know. So y'all need to inbox us.
Well, I email you one PowerPoint.
Yeah, I saw that one. I'm trying to figure out how to navigate through that one.
ain't no way to navigate through it. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's. Oof.
Did you? No.
Yeah, I looked at it. I was like, whoo, whoo, whoo.
That's the truth.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, we'll talk. So anyway, all right. Y'all let us know. I need to know before tonight, though. I mean, because I be trying to come up with my topic so we can have them for the next day. So, all right, come on, close us out, Lavelle.
50-50. Has ruffled up a lot of fellas. I don't know if we pull the layers back on the onion a little bit more. The onion is stinking.
Man, what?
In a good way. In a good way.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, though, Tony. Whenever we have these type of relationship type conversations, I always do a self awareness with myself to say, let me think, what am I doing right and wrong, and just to do some reflections on myself, because it's a reason why these conversations are happening. And if you don't look at yourself first, then something is wrong. And so I be looking forward to these type of conversations, because it keeps me
Well, put your wig on, baby.
so stupid. It keeps me on my heels, if you will. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So there it is. Let us pray. Most gracious Eternal God, our Father, Lord God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this opportunity, this thing that you give us every day. When we open our eyes, we get something called a gift, called life. Somebody may be struggling through this thing called life, and in their relationship, we ask you to look down on those opportunities and bless them, to give them the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding to know how to navigate through these things and have some self-awareness and try to do better. Lord God, we thank you for Tony family, my family, and Queen family, and every family that's associated. And we ask you to meet us back here on the same time. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same bad time.
Same bad place.
2 Men in Hats. Let's talk about it.
It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle, every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock Dead. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. 2 Minute Hats podcast.